Welcome to the Grid League podcast, where we tell the stories of the players and teams in the Florida Grid League. All right, guys and girls, today I am here with Kyle Massey. Kyle plays for the Orlando Aces in the Northern Conference in the Florida Grid League. Kyle's got a super varied background and history, and it's going to be really fun to hear his story. So let's do it. Kyle, thanks for hopping on with me, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm excited to be here. First time podcaster. So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Yeah. And Kyle's dedicated because he literally just finished working with a client and is now sitting in his car recording a podcast. That's some dedication.
Yeah, literally. I'm right outside of Crunch 2 right now. So I was trying to scarf down some food before we get going. And so I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
That's awesome. All right. So Kyle, talk to me. How did you get into grid, bro? Like how long have you played in the league? And then what got you into it? How did you find this?
Oh man, this is gonna be my third year, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be my third year. I got into it. I want to say kind of by accident, because it was Tlar was going to Turn when Turn CrossFit was open.
Mm-hmm.
And actually Angel Serrano he'd been on the Aces, and he kind of been dabbling with it with me, like, hey dude, you should try out, talk to Tlar about it. I was a little hesitant because I just didn't think, I'm sure maybe not the only person, but I was at the time was like, I'm not fit enough to do that. I'm not really, like, I don't think I can try it. Like, I know I'm relatively strong. But dude, I don't know. I don't want to let anybody down. So that year after, before my first year, Talar was kind of picking my brain a little bit more, wanted to get to know me. I really got to know her. Angel and I would always lift together. She'd be there coaching. So at that point, she was like, "How? I just need you to try a couple workouts out. Like, do a couple of these." And lo and behold, she's like, "Kyle, go for it. Full send it. Try it. Give it your best. Whatever happens, happens." I'm like, "Okay, okay, cool. It's not like you're judging me."
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, she kind of was. She very low key was, and was like, "Great, cool. Now let's do it again. Do you think you can go a little bit faster?" Wait, what? What do you mean go faster? Okay, give me a minute. Let me catch our breath. And so then I kind of got into that way. And after that, she was like, "Okay, well, I like what I'm seeing." I'm like, wait. Did I just interview? Was this it? This was my tester. So I kind of got into that way. And then of course, as the season rolled out, I went to a couple of practices, and sure enough, that was the tryouts, and that's how I kind of accidentally got into it. But since then, I love it, man. It's awesome, and I think that the main question people come up with is it like CrossFit? Is it CrossFit? It's like a yes, but no, but yes. It's a different atmosphere, and I love it. I look forward to this now, especially I don't competitively compete in CrossFit like I have in past years. So now this is my next step of the next journey of fitness. So it's great. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. That makes me feel good to know that I'm not the only coach who does that to people. Cause that's absolutely how I've gotten players to be on the Sharks. I'm like, yo, let's just work on a Saturday. Let's make it normal. Yeah. I got an idea. Let's do a bunch of hand cleans as fast as we can. Let's just see what happens.
Literally. And it was funny because the one tester she had me do, we did, it was a shoulder overhead, right? So you had to do the 10 shoulder overheads.
Yeah.
And I'm setting up, I'm warming up. And Talar goes, "Okay, here's the weight. Here's what you're going to do." And I'm like, I don't know if I could do 265 or 10. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, okay. I started going, right? And I go, and I'm like, I only got 5. I got 5 in. The 6th one, I caught it wrong, kind of crumbled and shook. And she's, standing there, covering her face. And I'm like, then she's like, "You can stop. You can stop." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not going to make the team. This is bad. This is horrible." And then she goes, "Kyle, you just don't hate me." And I go, "What? What's wrong?" She's like, "Well, that's the wrong weight." I'm like, wait, what do you mean that's the wrong weight? And so, so she was like, "I made you go a little heavier. I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Well, okay, cool. I'm warmed up now." So after that, we dropped down the appropriate weight. And after that, she was like, "See, isn't that better now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so."
Yeah, as you were talking about 265, I'm sitting here thinking where the hell did we do 10 at 265?
No, she looked at I was like, I go, "Tamar, where is this coming? Where is this?" Like, well, why 265? Well, she was like, that was the pro. That was when the NPG, was the thing. And that was the guy's weight then. And I was like, Talar, I love you, but how do you mix that up? She was like, I don't, I was just in my head. I was ready to go. I wanted to see where you're at. And I was like, well, I guess I have a new 5 rep max now. Like, so that
So
was
just
pretty funny. That was cool.
to be clear for anyone listening to us who doesn't know what we're talking about, we're talking about Taylor Stalling. She's the coach of the Orlando Aces and just an absolute total complete badass. We'll talk about her a little bit later though. So, Kyle, what is your like athletic background pre-grid? So before you started playing grid, what did you do? Because people aren't generally just as strong as you are for no reason. So
yeah, actually, I fell into the like weightlifting, the Olympic lifting realm, kind of, I don't want to say by accident, but it was something that I think like everybody goes to. I started doing CrossFit, and actually prior to CrossFit, I played football, played baseball, played every sport growing up, but through junior college, through high school and everything, played football, loved that. But I had a couple shoulder surgeries, and at that point, it was like hey, let's try to find something I can compete in, but not get, so to speak, injured.
yeah,
Without the brutal pounding, the physical, like actual beating of people hitting you and stuff. So found CrossFit, came into CrossFit, did that for years. And I actually was all about the conditioning, the gymnastics. I love that. That was my realm. The lifting weights was kind of like the heavy clean and jerks or something. That was like a down the road. Maybe in the future I'll be able to do that because at the time I was going to NorCal CrossFit. So
really?
at Jason Khalipa's gym. Yeah, it was awesome. It was great to work there. Got to training with Neil Maddox, Jason Khalipa, Garrett Fisher for a while. Was able to do that. And then, of course, at that point, it was like the conditioning was great, but then you threw in a heavy barbell, and I was like, yeah, all right, we'll see you later, guys. I'll stop there. So then at that point, it was like, man, I need to get stronger. So I cut back on the conditioning, realized, wow, I don't have to run 400 meters to do pull-ups. And like, I could just focus on my squat, deadlift, and my snatch and clean jerk. And I was like, this is awesome. So that's kind of how I got into it. And, yeah, that's how I kind of came about my strength, and I've been focusing on that a lot. It's I think like everybody else, you start bulking right, you start gaining weight, your lifts get stronger, and then somebody says, hey, let's do a local competition. You're like, okay, well, is there conditioning in it? So I'm like, okay, how fit do I need to be? So I go back and forth between cutting, losing some weight, and then going back up, and something's maybe got to give a little bit. The conditioning part is really great, but my strength suffered, or vice versa. I don't want to do that. So it's like an awkward battle of going back and forth between wanting to be the Matt Frazier and have the whole fitness and strength, and then like, let's just be Arnold Schwarzenegger and just lift all the heavy weight and just, we'll be awesome. It'll be great. So but that's kind of how I came into it, was actually just realizing that at the time when I was doing CrossFit, I lacked in that department and just wanted to really test to see where my physical strength was. And it kind of just took off once I really focused on it. And now it's just the consistency of trying to keep up with it while trying to get stronger as you get older. So
yeah. And if you like moving barbells, man, like grid is for you,
Oh, no, it is. I think anybody that wants to specialize in lifting heavy barbells, right? Whether, again, it's just the deadlifting, or, hey, I picked up just Olympic lifting and you're finding that's great and you're able to cycle a barbell. Guys, try it out. Come out. Like, again, you have nothing to lose. And it's the community is great, again, in terms of going from CrossFit and that whole, like, hey, you could be the first one done, and yeah, we're cheering for you, but just as you're the last one finished, the crowd's cheering just as much. And I think that's what it was with grid that I love too, was the aspect of just watching the fans, your teammates cheering you on, and just that camaraderie that we have, and that I saw that first year. And as nervous as I was, everybody was very uplifting of like, hey, listen, you're here for a reason. You made the team. Again, go out and showcase what you're capable of. And I think that was the other mindset change that was really beautiful and awesome, to be able to know that, okay, you might be a rookie, but hey, you're gonna play like you've been doing it for years. And that was the awesome thing. And so being under Talar, that was great.
Yeah, I actually remember the year you came in, because we play in the same conference. We play against your team a couple times a year.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, damn it. Like, the Aces finally got a really strong guy, and that sucks.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I was so nervous. I think after that first match, or what was it, in Orlando or whatever, because it was during the COVID. So that tournament, oh man, the butterflies. I think it was after that first little race, and like, I think what was the first one? I think it was the thrusters is when I first came in, and after that, I completely blacked out, and like after going back, like catching my breath and walking back to the starting line, and I'm like, wait, did that just happen? Wait, did we go? Did we win? How did that go? Like, did I die? Like, but it was such an adrenaline rush, and it was awesome. I look forward to it every year, and I can't wait again for the season to start this year.
Yeah. So your role on the Aces, right? I'm obviously you're primarily a barbell specialist, right?
Right. Yeah.
What are the movements that you guys go out there for? Because for anyone listening who doesn't know a whole lot about grid, like there could be people that are strong, but there might be less strong people who are better at, say, snatches or cleans
Mhm.
or thrusters or clusters or something because of like body mechanics or movement speed or whatever, right? Like what are the races and the movements that you feel like put Kyle in, get me in there?
Um, the hang power clean and jerk. I love that one. Any
The ones
type
in
of
mirror,
clean and
right?
jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the hang power clean and jerk one I love the most. I think it's obviously so technical in the timing of everything, because even the slight little pause at the front rack to go overhead, that little bit could be the deciding factor. But it's just a fluid moment of just hang power clean and press, hang power clean jerk, going for it. The thruster, partner forward. I like that one, or not partner forward. The relay going there.
Mhm.
Love that one. I think I'm typically the third leg, so it's like that kind of like do or die of like, okay, here's the third one. That third space is the kind of, I think, that almost deciding factor, because it's like that awkward middle ground where you can really get ahead in the first quadrant there. Second one, okay, cool, we got our groove. That third one is like, okay, you're gonna put us ahead, or
Yep.
maybe it's we're playing catch up.
Yeah.
And then again, the fourth one is the full sender, the icing on the cake. But no, the thruster relay, I like that one the most. I think anything with squatting involved is definitely squatting, and then the combination going up overhead. That's my jam. I like that.
That's your jam. Okay. So the being able to go
Yeah.
up with the barbell. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yep, overhead. Anything overhead, I feel very confident. Anything squatting related. Um, yeah, whether it's what is it? I'm again still forgetting all the names of it, but the guys have to do the overhead squats, and then girls do front squats.
In the echo race, yeah, where the guys and
there
girls
you go.
share the same barbell. Yeah.
Yep, that one. I like that one. Shout out to Kay. She's the one. Her and I have always been doing that one. But yeah, we love that one. I love that one. That was always a good one. We both feed off of each other after over that one. So, but anything squatting related, count me in. I'm good for it.
Cool, man. So we'll get back to Kay because I hit her up and I got some questions for you for later. But
Okay.
in mirror, right? That race you were just talking about, mirror, for anyone listening first time,
Mhm.
mirror is a guy and a girl facing each other. Each one has a barbell. You got to get like 10 reps at a real heavy weight. You got 4 quadrants you got to do that in. The barbell can't touch the ground until you're all the way done, And
Mhm.
I think you're right, man. That third quadrant in mirror, that's make or break, right? Because like we've played you guys, you played every other team. So have we.
Yeah.
Tons of times that third quadrant, man, that's the winner right there. Because a team could be behind in the first 2 and catch up there, or a team could be way ahead. And sometimes that third quadrant will slow down a little bit. They're feeling themselves a little too much. They're like, yeah, we got the lead. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
And then it's game over.
And it's a do or die. And I think it's the big one. Like, I think even like you said, that's the do or die. And I like that. I think I've come to like that more, of having that mental side now, again, having the whole all eyes on you. And I think, in CrossFit, that's the, hey, everyone sees you in your lane or your heat or whatnot. But I think at the end of the day, they're still looking at the bigger picture, where grid, it definitely narrows it down to everybody's looking at you. So that mental side of it is definitely different, but I like that aspect. Or I've come to like that a little bit more, and be a little bit more accepting of that. Okay, cool. I got to breathe. I got to do this. Everyone, Talar's got faith in me, so I got to do this. So it's good.
That's super cool to hear about it, because I love when we bring new players onto the team, and especially if they come from like a CrossFit or like a broader team background, right? Where they're like not, because you do a CrossFit competition, you got 10 lanes, everyone's doing an AMRAP, and the workout's hard, it's impressive, but like nobody really can see you. Nobody knows where you're at. Grid, like if you and me are going against each other in a mirror, it is very clear which one of us is ahead, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That, and then what was that other one? Like the ladder, right?
Mhm.
The deadlift and clean ladder. Everybody sees again who's kind of ahead, but in that specific moment, like everyone's watching you. Okay, are you gonna make this list? Are they gonna make it? Like, or not? Is it okay? When are they gonna, have to skip a bar? So yeah, it's definitely puts a lot more eyes on you, which is I've come to like a little bit more now. So
Yeah, I love that, especially you're a weightlifter. I'm on the team for gymnastics, the Jack and Jill race, right? I
yeah.
love that because it's so obvious who's winning the muscle up race or who's winning the handstand push-ups. Like you guys actually ended our season last year in Jack and Jill with those damn handstand push-ups.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Was it Janet just cranking them out? She came
Yep.
out hot, dude. Yeah. Oh, that was epic.
Yeah, that was why we weren't in the playoffs right there, because you jerks decided to smoke that Jack and Jill race, man. um,
Good
that's awesome. So what have been some of your like favorite moments since you've been in the league, right? Because you've had some great matches. We've had some great matches against you guys. You did really well in the tournament. What like when you think like, man, I finished that match and my energy was at 200%. Like I was so amped up. What were those for you? This episode is brought to you by Punch Gunk. Punch Gunk is a pain relief and anti-inflammatory rub. You put it on your muscles, your joints. You're gonna feel a whole lot better if you use it. I know that a couple weeks ago, my back was killing me from a deadlift workout. Couldn't bend over without strong discomfort. One of the players convinced me to use some, rubbed it on my back. About 15 minutes later, I was doing muscle ups and snatches with no pain at all. I absolutely could not believe it, but it's true. They're a supporter of the podcast now. If you want to try it out, go to punchgunk.com. Use code SHARKS10. You'll get a discount. This stuff is amazing. It's all over my gym now. The Southwest Florida Sharks and the Florida Grid League use it. Big supporter of it now. Check it out at punchgunk.com. Use code SHARKS10 for a discount.
Oh, man. I probably looking back, I want to say my first year with the playoff, because it was such a new experience for me. And it was again, Talara always prefaces, hey guys, we're condensing like a whole season into a whole weekend, right? So
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna need you to give it your all. And it was so intense. And I remember that second day and Sunday of just being like everybody in the league, right? Everybody came in and was like, man, we're sore, man. I know you're sore, right? I'm sore too. Like I'm not the only one, right? But everybody was dead. And I think that moment was like that second day gave me that like motivation of like, okay, I'm not the only one that's feeling sore, that's feeling the day two feels, right? Okay, it's a do or die situation. It was like I don't know, storybook ending for us too. It was like we lost that morning, but it gave us the motivation to come back that following year. And for me, it was like, okay, I can do this. I can compete with everybody here at the highest level. I can do this. And for me, it's definitely, as much physical as it is, I think it's become more mental now in this side of like, okay, talking back to that third quadrant of like, hey, can I do this? Or can I come back if we're down a rep or something? But I think grit has definitely helped in the mental side. And so I think that year was the year that I think was like very uplifting and kind of like you're saying, the high point, because of all that. And it was, I wasn't the only new person, but everybody was still fighting. So I had to like kind of live up to that quote unquote expectation that Talar had. And I like to believe that I left it all out there. And that was like, okay, cool. Here's the door now for grid. I want to really see what it is that I can do in grid and how I can help the team out. So I think for me, it was that year that really, that moment or year that really got me. So.
Well, yeah. And you guys did, I think it's fair to say this. Nobody expected your team to be that good in that tournament, because the previous year, the Aces hadn't done so well. And man, you guys got real far in that tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like that semi-final game, that like second to last match that we just were. It was again because I think we beat the Lions that night before and then lost to them that next morning, and that was it. But and it was such a close race, match that night, that I think going into Sunday it was more like, hey, all right, guys, we can do this, but we gotta. It was close. It was we won one, they won one, and it just came down to that last match. So, yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So with that, right? Like you keep talking about it, your coach, right? Like she's one of the most impressive players in the league. Right? She's got very, very close
Yeah.
to the most grit experience of anybody, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's a player. She kind of started this trend of us as coaches playing on the teams. So what's it like playing with her?
What's it like playing for Talara? Talara, are you listening? No, just kidding.
She'll be listening.
No,
Yeah.
no, yeah, I know you will. No, it's great. I think because for me, I've always been somebody. Me personally, I've always been somebody who needs that drive, that motivation. That somebody who's gonna give it to you the way that it should be without holding anything back. It's that kind of like, you know, brotherly love kind of thing, or this kind, uh, big brother hanging over you, trying to give you the best and wants the best out of you. And again, I think she can agree. It's like that tough love where, you know, you might not want to hear it, but it's 110% of what you need, and it's going to help you mentally get over that battle of like, can I do this? I'm not good enough. Or Talara, do you think I can do this? And like, if she didn't believe in you, she wouldn't ask it from you. And I love that from her. That's kind of her mentality is like, hey, listen, I believe in you. Now I need you to believe in you, because again, I wouldn't put you in this situation if I didn't believe. And that's what she's always been with in the ASIN since I've seen it from the beginning. Is she's always on you, but she's doing it out of love and because she wants the best out of you and knows that, okay, here's your 100%, but she knows you and she's so good at reading people that here's your actual 100%. But you just got to meet her in that middle ground and believe just as much as she is. And so I think playing for her has been awesome. It's been an experience because I think even going back to the CrossFit days that everyone kind of knew about her and she was competing and everyone was like, oh my God, this is so awe. And she's been so big in the community and everybody knows her. So like, again, going back to when she asked me, kind of dabbled and wanted me to try out for her, I was like so nervous. I'm like, I don't want to let her down. And can I do this? But she's always been so uplifting and she's so inspirational in everything that she does, not just in grid, but outside and everything that she's doing with her own businesses. And it's an inspiration. So inspirational is kind of what I would just say in terms of who she is and what she does for us and for me. So
yeah, I mean, I think those are probably the two ways to describe Taylor. She's inspirational and also strong as fuck. Right? Like,
oh, no doubt about that. She's fucking strong. Oh man, Taylor. Always trying to keep up. It's funny, you know. I think she was asking a couple times what my maxes were for things, and she was like, oh, "That's it, huh?" You know, always like, "Oh shit, I need to get stronger." Apparently, I'll get stronger. I promise.
Oh man, yeah, she's really fun to play with. I know after matches, I did an interview with one of the players from the Southern Conference, and he was asking me like, what is the difference between the North and the South? Because I'm one of the people that's involved in both. And I was telling him, well, the South is a little more contentious. In the North, we get along pretty well. You know, we play real hard. Afterwards, we're like fist bumping and hugging. Every time we play you guys, I go up to Taylor and I'm like, I hate you so much.
Oh yeah, it's I like it. I love seeing that too. Before match, you know, it's the good old, everybody's fist bump, everybody's fun, and then the like 10-20 minutes beforehand, it's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I don't want to look at you. No, I don't know you. But hey, afterwards, what are you doing? Let's you want to go get something to eat? Like,
I love that. Right down the middle of the grid, there's like an imaginary wall that nobody looks past.
Yeah, nobody. It's awesome. Yeah. It's quite eerie at first. It's like, hey, we know them, but we're not talking to them, and I know we're getting ready to face off, but like, is it illegal if I say hi to them? Like,
so outside of grid, right? What do you do for work? You're wearing the shirt. Let's talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, I work at Crunch Fitness over here in Countryside. I'm a personal trainer. I've been here for 3 years, and so anybody looking for a couple more clients, anybody's looking to get fit outside of CrossFit or anything else, very personalized. But I've been doing this for 3 years. I love it. And prior to that, I did door-to-door sales. Woo! I was one of those guys that probably knocked on your door. Anybody listening, I probably knocked on your door at some point or another, or one of my team members did, or canvassers did. So sorry if that was one of us. But at the time, I was doing window sliders and doors, hurricane-proof window sliders and doors. So it was quite an experience, to say the least, door-to-door sales. But it was something that I guess I could say I can't really complain too much, because I love talking to people. Hence why I'm here right now. But I love talking to people. I'm very extroverted. Put me in a room of 20 people who I don't know, and I'll probably know a good handful of them pretty well at the end of it. And so doing door-to-door sales, I loved it. I was able to talk to people, and as much as I was trying to sell a product, we actually only sold an appointment for a representative to come out, and then a sales rep would come out and talk to you about window sliders and doors. So it's kind of cool, kind of not, because obviously nobody wanted to listen to our spiel. But again, I really wasn't selling anything, which kind of made it awkward too. It's like, okay, well, why are you talking to me then if you're not selling me anything? So it was a little double-edged sword. But then after that, I didn't like it. I wanted to get back into fitness and then prior to that, I was still currently a CrossFit Level 2 instructor or certified. So, but I wanted to try something new with coaching. I won't say I got burnt out, but I wanted to expand a little bit differently. So I did door-to-door sales. And then after that, I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. But I missed the fitness. I missed helping other people. I missed being around people and seeing their goals, seeing what their goals were and helping them achieve that. And I think getting somebody to a place where they felt more confident about themselves, reaching a goal of doing one pull-up, or, hey, whether it's an eating habit of like, hey, I'm a binge eater because of stress in life and work, but ways that we can talk to you about it and get you to cope with things better than just that emotional eating. I love that, and I still love it, and it's so that's why I'm still here today.
Hell yeah, man! So, do you have like an ideal client you like working with as a personal trainer, or who do you like working with?
Personally, I love newbies. Nobody who's ever worked out before in their day in their life, and somebody who's like, no, that's a red flag, don't do that. No, I actually love that because it's somebody who doesn't have bad habits, somebody who's, I would like to believe, is open-minded. So again, they're coming in with no experience. It's okay. It gives me a time to really, one, showcase my knowledge and give them as much knowledge as I can without it being, so to speak, skewed somewhere else. And again, they don't have bad habits. I like to believe they don't have any bad habits, right? So their movement is going to be, I think, a little bit more fluid and a little bit more easily adjusted than somebody who, I guess, I'm sure we've all seen this bro, right? The bro who played high school, college football, but came in and was like, I've been lifting for 20 years, bro. I know how to do it. But then when you watch them move and their mechanics, you're like, scratch your head kind of thing. So for me personally, I love the newbie. I like anybody who has never worked out in their entire life and be able to watch them really, really grow and progress in their journey that way.
Okay, awesome. I love that. I'm a trainer as well, so I connect with that completely. Now,
hell yeah, cool.
Do you have anybody who's been like supportive of you on this journey of like your fitness journey, your journey into semi-professional athletics?
Oh yeah, I mean, family, friends. I kind of like to believe though it's probably been Angel, actually the most, because like I said, he kind of helped me get into it. Angel Serrano, miss you, buddy. You should probably still come out. I know, hopefully you hear this soon. But anyways, Angel, I like to believe it's probably been Angel because he was a training partner with me at Turn CrossFit. He's still a somewhat training partner with me now, even though he moved all the way out to Oregon. I know, right? So I miss that aspect of it, but he's definitely been somebody since I came to Turn CrossFit, and then since I started Grid, that's always pushed me. And we definitely have our little competitiveness. Actually, our last one, that little competitive thing that we did was a 30-second front squat hold, where it was like week one, we all like when we try to up each other, right? So 30-second front squat hold. I think we started at like 60 or 65% of our one max front squat. And then went from there. It was like, cool, sending videos to each other, tagging each other of like, all right, here's my 30 seconds to hit whatever number. You can either match it or go up by 5. So we did that basically until we hit failure. So that's kind of like our little way of holding each other accountable and pushing each other, doing really weird, random workouts and things. And I know his conditioning is better than mine. I'll admit that. The strength, we're pretty neck and neck. Angel's got some freakishly awesome strength too.
Yeah. For a dude his size, he's absurdly strong. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I would say Angel. Angel's been a real big supporter of everything, and he's always asking, checking in how I'm doing. So shout out to you, Angel. Thanks for the motivation, and thanks for holding me accountable, bud.
That's awesome. Yep. So one of the questions that's really important, I was told to ask you, your daughter, BK.
Oh, BK, I got 2. Yeah, I have my youngest. She's 1.5, London, but then Brooklyn. But yeah, we call her BK. Everybody knows her as BK. BK is she's the star. She's the She's the star of the show of everywhere we go. She's something. That's who Talar's trying to recruit for like 2040, the 2040 season or something. So
Yeah, she told me to ask you if she's stronger than you yet.
she if you ask her, oh yeah, she little funny story. I was maxing out in the garage for my snatch. Kept missing. I had it, just couldn't stand up with it, at one of the weights, and she was sitting in her little go-kart, and she's watching, and she's, Daddy, you keep missing. I go, well, okay, well, hey, cheer me on. I want to make this one, kid. Give me a fist bump each other, thinking, okay, she's gonna say something. She's, Daddy. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she goes, you're not gonna make it. Thanks for the vote of confidence, kid. Thanks for the vote of confidence. And so I attempt it, I missed it again, and I walk over, and she just gives me this little head tilt look, and she goes, I told you were gonna miss it. I go, you know what, kid? I'm done. All right, cool, you win. So she's got an attitude. She's got spunk. She's something. And but yeah, if you ask her, yeah, she's stronger.
That's fantastic. Another one I've been told to ask you about. All right, and this is actually kind of funny. I'll tell you why in a second, but your hair. The hair.
Yo, yeah. Yeah, I think everybody saw me the first year that I did it. My hair was banging. It was I think I ended up cutting off like literally like 2 feet of hair.
So is there a reason behind that? Because before you tell the reason, when I was scheduling the podcast, I was like, I don't know who this person is, because I was looking for the hair, bro. That was the thing that I remembered, like strong as shit, long hair. That's what I remembered. And I actually thought, is this a new player I don't know about? Like, who is this person?
Who is this guy? He's got the same name, but different.
Yeah,
He's got a twin brother.
I was so confused.
No, the hair just started growing out, just as not like a just fun kind of thing, and I just kept it growing for years and years and years. And I don't know, it was a mix up. It was a change. I'd done it before, but my hair got really, really long, and I cut it. I donated it. This time around, unfortunately, I didn't donate it because I was like, I don't know how short I want to go. Cut a little bit at a time, and kept going up. But Barbara at the time, he's like, are you sure? He probably asked me at least a dozen times before he ended up started cutting. Are you sure you want to cut it? Like, you can go back. I'm like, wait, no, I'm second guessing myself. No, I don't want to cut it. Of course I do. I'm telling you. So he's got it in a ponytail. He's getting ready to cut it. And now, listen, I can't go back from here if I cut it. There's no going back. I'm like, yeah, just give me this damn scissors. I'll cut it myself now if you're not gonna. But no, it was a cool, fun thing, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna mix it up again. I'm gonna cut it, and then now looking back, it's getting long again. So by the time season starts, it'll be up in a bun or a ponytail of some sort again. But yeah, no, it's just I'll continue to grow it back out. And another little backstory is funny because that day before I went to go cut it, I had to get BK's permission, because she'd only seen me with really long hair. She'd never seen me cut it. So I go, BK. So I showed her a picture beforehand on my phone. I'm like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut my hair very similar to this. And she's, why would you do that? Kid is so brutally honest, she wants to know everything. And I'm like, well, wait. And then the next thing you know, this conversation goes to me trying to convince her, like asking her for permission before. Wait. No, this is my hair, kid. I'm going to do what I want. But, so then, of course, that day I get it cut. I go, I have a hat on, picked her up, and I picked her up from school. She hops in the car, and I'm sitting in the front seat, and she's there. She goes, oh, and she says, Daddy, you did it. You did. She just was at a loss of words, stumbling over. You did, just the whole time stuttering, and she's in the back seat with the mirror down, and she's, Daddy, I can't believe you did it. You cut your hair, and so it's pretty interesting watching her reaction, because all she ever knew was the long hair, and then I cut it, and she was like, she kept giving that that look of like dads that cut their beards off and they look completely different. It was the same thing for her up until probably about like, I don't know, a couple months ago. My hair was getting long and we were laying down on the couch. She's, Daddy, do you remember? I go, oh man, I don't. Okay, let's see what she's got to say here. I don't know. So she's 4. She's anybody who doesn't know, she's 4 years old. So she's very smart. But she looks at me and she goes, Daddy, remember your long hair? I go, oh, okay, I know where this is going. I go, yeah, I do. Why? What about it? And she goes, yeah, I like that better. I don't like your short hair. Like, again, like, okay, cool. This is just a roast session. Every time you say something, you're just trying to roast me. So she's got jokes. She's something. Yeah, she's something.
Well, so this brings up something I actually almost forgot to ask you about. So where were you born, bro?
I was born in Guatemala, Central America. So I got adopted when I was 6 months old. My parents at the time, my adopted parents, they couldn't have kids. So they wanted to adopt a baby. They adopted me, and then ironically, what was it? Like 9 months later, my sister was born or whatever. You know, she came into the world, and they were able to have kids. So that whole thing worked out. But yeah, I was adopted. I'm actually, so anybody who's ever wondered, especially with my long hair, what is my heritage? I am Mayan Indian from Guatemala. So that's what it is. Yeah. So that's me. That's my background. But yeah.
That explains the long, luscious locks, man. Anybody
Yeah.
listening to this and not watching it, Kyle has the most beautiful head of hair that might exist. So.
Yeah, it was definitely out there. I think a lot of the girls in the team too were kind of jealous when it was really long. Like, how do you do that? And you got the messy bun thing, and I can't get the messy bun. I'm like, I don't know. It just kind of happens. Sorry, not sorry.
Now something specific about the Aces, right, that I think the other teams can tell is that it seems like your team is super close. Like you guys get along really, really, really well. What's it like being part of a team that's that tight?
I don't even know if there's words I can really explain because it's awesome. It's just fucking awesome. You know, I think, like I said, that first year that I joined, everybody was embracing of just all the new players, and hey, we're uplifting everybody. And then even like last year, having more new players and rookies who definitely didn't play like rookies are just, you know, very, very, very family oriented. And that was, I think, again, going back to where Talar stemmed from, like, hey, you know, we're a team. We're going to fight like hell for one another. And as long as we give each other 110% and can look each other in the eye and say, hey, I gave it 110% and I gave it everything I got for you and for the team. Again, that's what it's all about. Like that's what the definition of teamwork is. It's fighting for one another and never giving up, but knowing that, hey, if somebody messes up, because again, nobody's perfect, but if somebody messes up, hey, guys, we're going to forget about it. We're still a team. We're family. We're nothing. It's not all of a sudden like we're not going to be friends. Might be a little frustrated in that moment, but you know what? Hey, I'm going to kick you in the ass and we're going to get going again. So I think being on a team that's so diverse, and even though for us we were spread out last year in terms of where everybody was coming from, but we still had, it's like we've been working out and playing with each other for a while, and I think that's the ability to be able to do that, I think, is awesome. It's very rare, whether it's in grid or any type of sport, to be able to come together like we did and still are, like all of us still, you know, social media connecting with each other, and then the competitions outside that we've seen, everyone's competing and doing things, so it's awesome.
Yeah, I know that for me, that's personally my favorite part of playing in the league is like the camaraderie you get to build with the other players. It's so much fun. So 2022 season is coming at us real fast, right?
We're it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah, right. We're very early in the preseason right now, but we have the preseason coming up, then we got the season. What are your expectations for you know, Kyle, and then for the Aces? What do you think is going to happen this year?
I'm a little biased. Hopefully the Aces, we come out on top. You know, we're gonna be a force to reckon with. You know, so good luck to everybody out there. No, I think for me, it's just for me personally. Before the team, it's going to be just to continue to get better. I think. Thankful for Talar. He told me, has said that, you know, I've stepped up, and thank you. I like to believe I have, and I want to continue to step up. And you know, whether it's obviously our captain Alex, so you know, shout out to you, but you know, hopefully become a leader of the team and really, you know, a showcase, and not just obviously my fitness, but again how I can motivate others and be a leader. I think that's the big thing is that even though we have our leaders, you know, everybody on the team is a leader, but just to showcase that and be a leader for everybody, for rookies, for the vets, to obviously continue to get stronger here within the couple of months leading up to our season opener. So, but for me, yeah, it's just to continue to be a leader, continue to get stronger, for the team. Yeah, hopefully, we want to see the Aces win and be on top. So, you know, like everybody else. But that's our goal. But I think, just continue to push and continue where we left off, and really give it a run, and make sure that everybody knows that, hey, the Aces are out here. We're willing to fight, and we're going to fight, and we're going to die trying. So
Hell yeah, man. I wish you the best of luck in that, except hopefully a little less than we do. That's really important to me. So, Kyle, so if anybody wanted to get a hold of you, man, whether if they wanted to maybe sponsor your journey or they wanted to reach out to you as a personal trainer, like how would they get a hold of you?
You can find me on Instagram. I'm pretty active on Instagram. It's Macon Muscles _ with Massey. Find me there. I'm pretty active on that. That's where I'm posting all my some of my fitness, but also my client recognition, a lot of the ACES stuff. I think my email is on there, not my telephone number. Message me. I'll send you my number if anybody's trying to get in touch. But that's pretty much it, where I'm pretty active. Check my email every day. So anybody wants to just send me an email, not on Instagram or whatever, by all means, shoot me an email, kmassey2@gmail.com. That's how you reach me. I'm willing to work out with anybody. Anybody wants to work out, get a good workout. It doesn't matter fitness level. Anybody want to chit chat, talk? You're unsure about what to do with your kids, or maybe you're going to be a father or whatnot, or hell, you're a mother, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I want to talk about that. I'm all ears open. Doesn't matter fitness related or not. Especially food. You want to talk about food? Let's talk about food. Show me some good spots anywhere else. I'm always looking for a good new joint to go look and get some food. So yeah.
Dude, awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you coming on.
No, thank you for this experience. It's been fun. It's good, and hopefully we'll have more in the future.
All right, bro. Kyle, well, thank you. We're gonna sign off here. Best of luck this season.
Cool.
Peace. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you want to find out more about the Grid League, you can find us on social media at FL Grid League, or on the internet at www.thefgl.com. If you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram at Nick Havish. See you soon.